Welcome or welcome back on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host. In the picture on your screen is the TUDOR Black Bay 58 navy blue.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
And in case you're doing this for the first time, you have the chance to win one of the Bose noise cancelling headsets. Each month we're giving away one of them. Take your opportunity and win the Bose noise cancelling headsets. Well, this is a watch I've been waiting for. I think many of you did the same. As we know Rolex and we know Tudor, a little bit of a hype has been produced before the watch finally was shown the first time, the 1st of July. And some of you even wrote me WhatsApp or by email that it probably could be the 58 in blue, but as Rolex didn't confirm, I could not give you any information about the watch earlier than the 1st of July. I posted something in the comment section. Now the watch is there. So let me quickly go back. The Black Bay 58 has its name from the reference 7924, a diver's watch Tudor introduced in 1958, of course. And it was the first diver that Tudor had on the market that was waterproof, 200 meters, 39 millimeters, and had that legendary big crown. The color blue also comes from the history. This was in 1969 when Tudor introduced a watch for the French army, and they the first time had this wonderful blue, and it quickly became the Tudor blue thereafter. So the watch is packed with history. The watch is beautiful. It's, as I said before, a 39 millimeter watch. The height of the watch is 13 millimeters or 14 millimeters if you take under consideration that this beautiful fabric strap also goes underneath, so there's a millimeter we have to add. And the lug-to-lug distance is 48 millimeters. So you are asking yourself, why is Alexander not showing the watch in his hands? I can tell you. This beautiful domed sapphire crystal the watch has, unfortunately, is not anti-reflective treated. So every time now, during the video, I will show the watch into the camera directly, you will probably see me. But this will be the same effect when you are going to wear this watch and you will look on the watch or try to read the time, you will probably see yourself. I can show you quickly. There you go. This is me. And you can see it's, no anti-reflective treatment on the domed sapphire crystal. This is why I said to myself, I will position the watch a little bit with an angle out of the camera so you don't always see me during I give you some first information about the Tudor Black Bay 58. So the watch has a counterclockwise turning bezel with an aluminium inlay, a blue aluminium inlay. The dial is as well domed and matte blue, so it's an anti-reflective blue. We have this classical and for the watch typical snowflake hands. And as you can see, the watch or this diver has no date. Might be a flaw for some of you. For me, it's not, because I anyhow always know what date it is. I will turn it this way. Then we can see the Tudor rose, the legendary Tudor rose on the big crown. Of course, it's a screw down crown. Yes, of course, I will show you this later. I just want to turn it in this direction so we can see the other side. You get an impression of the watch. Completely polished on the sides. We have matte parts here on the lugs. They are matte. Also, if I turn it back to this side, you will see it's completely polished. I can mirror myself in there once again. Yes, you see me here. This with some distortion. Wow, I'm looking horrible. Oh, yeah, that's me. Then good to see now the Tudor rose. There we go. I think I have some reflections. Now you can see it on the crown engraved. Very nice. On the dial, we have 200 meters or 660 feet. That's the indication how waterproof the watch is. Then we do have marked that it is an chronometer and it is officially certified. Yes, so far so true. Meaning that COSC is testing the movement before it is being encased by TUDOR to a tolerance of -4 plus 6 seconds. -4 plus 6, but TUDOR on top, when the watch is then assembled and before it is closed, improves this accuracy to -2 plus 4. So -2 plus 4, 2 seconds of improvement done by TUDOR on top. And this means that you are getting a very accurate watch. Imagine this deviation is almost nothing during one entire day. The hands are really heavily, and also the markers, the dots, the triangle, and the indices at 3, 6, and 9 are heavily filled with Super-LumiNova. This is how the TUDOR looks when it is dark. Yes, what do you think? Readable? I would say yes. Easily. So I have been resetting the watch some minutes back to again make it a smile for you. And now, since I am handling the watch in front of the camera, please forgive me if it might happen as it does now, that you will see me mirroring in the, as I already said before, not anti-reflective treated, domed sapphire crystal of the watch. You can see there are lots of reflections. Again, me here. Hello, everybody. So I will try to do my best to show you some, of course, things you want to see. As I just said before, the crown is a screw-down crown. So when you see, I will now start opening it, and then you can clearly see here the distance. When I pull it out, then you can see. I will go there so everybody can see it. It's very stable. So this is always a good thing you can test with a watch. Unscrew, if it is screw-down crown, unscrew it. Then pull it out in the second position where you can adjust the time, and then start. I just need to get into the gloves. Start to try to move it. If the quality is good of a watch, I can tell you this is stable. If the quality is not as good, or maybe, less, then you will have a lot of tolerance here. And this is always a sign that something could have been done better. And probably, a watch, you probably, if there is another one that in this case touches more solid in this position, you probably should have a closer look to this one. I don't want to name any name. I don't want to give any names or anything. Don't more to go into more details. Just a hint, a little hint coming from my side. Okay, we can see nicely, smoothly operating. There is no tolerance when you start turning. The hands start turning immediately. Very nicely done. I can also set it to like this. Still smiling at you. Snowflake. Now the other side. Let's close it again. There we go. I will wind. Yes, easily done. No, not easily done with the gloves. It's always the same when you do it with gloves. Yes, now it's done. Okay. The bezel, as I told you, is turning counterclockwise. Of course, it's a diver. So please let me show this to you. And I will not talk for one round so you can hear the clicking. So this is the clicking. Every minute we have one click. So if we go around, there are 60 clicks. And once again, sounding good, feeling good. It, like the crown, same impression like if you unscrew the crown and you touch if there is tolerance or not. It's the same feeling with that bezel. Very solidly done. Clicking is a good sound, also a very good indication for good quality in the end. So let me show it from the side. This is the TUDOR Black Bay 58 from the side. From this, turn it a little bit into the camera. Also here, I'm polishing over the flanks. You see me here again. Yes, absolutely polished parts, so mirroring everything. We can't see the movement. Why? Because this watch does not feature a see-through case button. For those who are interested what's in there, I can give you some information. The TUDOR features the movement MT, that means Manufacture TUDOR 5402, with a silicone hairspring. The balance wheel oscillates at 28,800 semi-oscillations per hour. That's a 4 Hertz movement. The balance wheel has a variable inertia balance. It's a variable inertia balance, I wanted to say, with micro adjustment by screws. 70 hours of power reserve, 70 hours of power reserve. That's good. I would even say very good. So even if you take off the watch during the weekend, you put it away and you put it on again, it will still run and tick. TUDOR offers 5 years of guarantee, meanwhile, so you get 5 years of guarantee. And this was interesting when I was reading through some technical informations they gave me. TUDOR, meanwhile, recommends to service the watch only after 10 years. So the quality is so good that you only have to maintain, you have to apply maintenance every 10 years. That's not bad at all, I have to say. Chapeau, respect. This is really good. Unless you are really using your Black Bay under heavy conditions, salt water, heat, cold, whatsoever, then probably it's better to check it more often. And something I would want to recommend you do if you are using the watch and if you go swimming, diving with it, go and check waterproofness once a year with your retailer. That's an easy thing, easily can be done. The watch is controlled and then you can be sure you can use it safely. Wow, there we go. Another question to answer, is TUDOR using Rolex movements? No, they are not. TUDOR has its own movement production or its own movement manufacturing, and this is called KNC, Kilo Echo, November, India, Sierra, Sierra, India, KNC. That's TUDOR's industrial arm. Has been founded in 2016, and this was the year when they started to get away from ETA movements. The years before, TUDOR was using ETA movements coming from the Swatch Group. Now they are using their own movements, all equipped now with a silicone hairspring. And KNC is industrial entity that they share together with Chanel. Chanel has a 20% stake in it. Chanel is that famous luxury label that also manufactures wristwatches, and Chanel have a stake at Bell & Ross, and Chanel also has bought some shares of François-Paul Journe. So they are pretty active. And so TUDOR together now is building a new manufacturer in Le Locle in Switzerland, and they're going to share this 50% TUDOR, 50% KNC, and KNC is open also to deliver their movements to other brands, as they do, for instance, to Breitling. Breitling gets this automatic movement, the fin automatic movement, but not with a silicone hairspring. And the other way around, Breitling delivers the chronograph B01 to TUDOR, but not without the silicone hairspring, of course. And it is TUDOR that then puts in or fits in a silicone hairspring, and this is for sure a technical improvement compared to the chronograph that Breitling uses himself. Talking about KNC, I also have some gossip for you if you are into it. The CEO of KNC today is Jean-Paul Girardin. Some of you probably remember Jean-Paul being the CEO of Breitling, and when Breitling was sold, or the Schneiders, the family Schneider sold Breitling, he left. He is now in charge of the movement manufacturing of TUDOR. So this was the little excursion I wanted to give you concerning the movements. So no Rolex movements, own movements, TUDOR movements. Chronometer certified, I already said. Yep, we are almost through here, but there's one thing I also wanted to mention. Some of you probably think, why did in 1969 TUDOR launch a watch in blue with a blue dial, and why did the French Navy immediately use it and was happy with it? There is a good reason. Blue is a good color for diving, since when you go underwater, colors, the deeper you go, quickly begin to disappear. For instance, to give you some examples, if the dial would be red of this watch, 5 meters underwater, you wouldn't see red anymore. If it would be orange, 10 meters, the dial would not be the color, the dial of course, but you wouldn't see the color anymore. Orange, yellow will disappear at 18 meters, green at 30 meters, cyan at 40 meters, and blue is visible until 80 meters. So you are still able to recognize the color blue. So this might have been a reason why they decided to use that blue dial, because the readability, and of course also, yeah, the color would have or was staying and being visible. Last thing I want to show you is that beautiful fabric strap that is manufactured by a company in France. TUDOR works with them already for 10 years, so it's in 2010 they started working. This fabric really does not only look good, but also feels good. It's a very nicely woven fabric, and you can see it is used or done in a way as it would be a NATO, but fixed, of course, with the spring bars here. There are spring bars and it's fixed. So the spring bars here do have, like you can see clearly here, the spring bar goes through here and the spring bar goes through here. So there's no way of moving it. It is fixed, but very nicely done. Looks like a NATO, is not 100% a NATO, because with a real NATO you would go in there, out there, under there, out there, but and you could move the strap around. This is not the case, but it is thin, perfect quality, and will last for a long time, I can tell you. This is the buckle. Yes, nicely done as well. And if you don't like this execution, there is one with a soft touch strap. There is a picture, I unfortunately can't show it to you, but a soft touch strap with a folding clasp. This is the watch with the with that soft touch strap, and of course there is that steel bracelet. You also can wear, or you can wear the 58, the Black Bay 58 with a steel bracelet, and there it is the picture. So these are the three options. Price-wise, the both tissue versions, so this one, and the soft touch, price-wise, this means 3,200 Swiss francs. So this watch is sold for 3,200 Swiss francs, and with the metal bracelet, the stainless steel bracelet in 316L steel, 3,500 Swiss francs. And this is a point where I quickly just want to also express a little bit of a disappointment towards not only some retailers, probably also towards the brand. The TUDOR has been launching the Black Bay 58 only 2 days ago. And already today I found the first watches being offered for 1.5 to 2 times the price of what I just mentioned, meaning 3,200. I saw some 4,500, even 5,000, and I found one with 6,000. Why? Again, are speculators, resellers, getting those watches. How is this possible? I don't get the point. That's disappointing for me that on the usual suspects online, you can find the watch for a surplus, for a price that you never ever should pay for the watch. The price is 3,200, 3,500, as long as Tudor is not changing it. And if any one of you wants this watch, and it's a beautiful watch, 39 millimeters, perfectly fitting on the wrist, good looking, please do me a favor, don't buy it for an overprice. This is crazy. And I don't get the point why this is possible and why, once again, not final or end customers get the watches, but resellers, opportunistic resellers, getting those watches, dealing around with those usual suspects. And this is really something I don't get the point. It's disappointing, and I wanted to express this before saying goodbye to you. Beautiful watch, good quality, believe me. Might be, from my personal opinion, a little bit too small for me, but I will probably have to adopt again to wear a smaller watch because I'm used to wear big watches. Not the fault of Tudor, but probably my fault. And yeah, looking good. Okay, back in the studio or back in my office. This is once again a last view. I've been opening the crown again. Yes, because I'm passionate of making the watch smile for you. You see me? I always want the watches to smile at you. And this is what the Tudor does now. Voila. It smiles. It's me, you see. Crazy. They should have probably really applied some anti-reflective material on that domed sapphire crystal. Yes, so once again, last camera shot. Goodbye for today. Thank you very much for watching this review about the Black Bay 58 in navy blue. Very nice edition. And please promise me to never ever buy it for a price higher than the ones I mentioned before, 3,200, actually today, now sold for 3,200 and 3,500. Don't play that silly game, that crazy game of giving any of these guys more money. This is the official retail price. Bye-bye for today and see you soon back on WatchAdvisor on YouTube.